Former Cabinet Secretary Fred Okengo Matiang'i today revealed a secret that many people have been yearning to hear from either him or Edwin Watenya Sifuna. There are many questions that people have been asking why Fred Okengo Matiang'i is so comfortable with some of his lieutenants, the likes of Richard Onyonka, the likes of Anthony Kibagendi, Barongo, his most loyal people, members of parliament, who are dining, walking, and eating with Edwin Sifuna. Many people asked this question, while others said it's like they have deserted their own candidate, that is Matiang'i, for Edwin Watenya Sifuna. Little did they know that something is secretly being cooked between Edwin Watenya Sifuna and Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Now today, Fred Matiang'i told the people of the larger Kisii, telling them that he is fully aware that the likes of Richard Onyonga, they are in the other side, saying that there is something they are cooking in secrecy, and once it happens, many people will come to realize how swiftly they've been moving ahead of 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, this Kenyan politics round hii ni ngumu sana hata kuielewa. But I want you to listen and watch this video. Then I'll come later. After the video ends, I'll come with a deeper explanation.
Lakini abana bamintu baligaiga babo Onyonka babo Kibagendi abo kusiyo maitekero tegete nyoni tuligo kuteba ngwatolero nyoni amaiga ni na morra bako kanda ujali so Onyonka kare ko tenga ujimoinari ntomanyerera nitie kozo wana tali boygo moja kama ngana ga bantu mara maita bantu batogeje ko tokurwani usana.
Now, that is Fred Okengo Matiang'i, and he is speaking in his native language. He was speaking to the people of the larger Gusii, where he attended a funeral service of one of his ardent supporters. Now, what Matiang'i is saying is asking the people of Gusii that not to start blaming the likes of Richard Onyonka, because he himself is aware that they are in the other side and is comfortable with it. And he told the people of Kisii or the Gusii that when someone is aiming at something, he must go slow, and that is why they are going slowly and swiftly ahead of the target in 2027. Therefore, he told the people to relax, because there is a grand plan between him and Edwin Watenya Sifuna. Now, you should realize one thing, that Edwin Sifuna is being funded and fronted by Uhuru Kenyatta. Fred Okengo Matiang'i is equally being fronted by Uhuru Kenyatta. Hadi party yake tu Jubilee ndiye ako pale kama deputy party leader, but you know he is the presidential aspirant of Jubilee party. So if you've realized, between Edwin Sifuna and Fred Okengo Matiang'i, these people are too silent on one another. There's something that is being planned by Uhuru Kenyatta, because he has a plan of facilitating Edwin Sifuna and facilitating Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And that is why Fred is very comfortable with most of his loyal confidants and lieutenants working with Edwin Watenya Sifuna. In 2022, William Ruto beat up the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Maybe he has learned from his mistakes, and this time round, he will not really accept the defeat and is gonna, make it happen now or never. So he came up with a grand plan. So the fact that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is okay with his people being in Sifuna's camp, that tells you that what they are working on between Sifuna and Matiang'i, it is one thing. they are on one purpose. Because they are being facilitated, they'll be tuned as they'll use a remote control on them, because Uhuru Kenyatta is one facilitating them. So whatever he tells them is what they will follow. But trust me, these two people wataunda, they'll form a coalition and wataingia kwenye siasa mzima ahead of 2027. Number 2, Matiang'i said there is a plan. I mean, what kind of plan can they have, sending his most lieutenants, most trustworthy lieutenants, the ones he believes so much, awatume kwa Sifuna? They are there singing Sifuna the president. There is something they are planning. Maybe Uhuru Kenyatta amewambia bana, nyinyi ngangana hivi, nyinyi wawili, mmoja ataingia huko juu, mwingine atamfuata. And then lastly, you know, Rigathi Gachagua, like him or hate him, is a man who is very intelligent. He might have a bad shape, might have a bad, a bad face. He might not look attractive physically, but this man is politically intelligent. He always gets intelligence sana. So maybe he has already gotten the intelligence that Uhuru Kenyatta wants to present Fred Okengo Matiang'i and Edwin Sifuna as a ticket. And that is why lately there have been, problems between Gachagua and Matiang'i. Their people, their boys are fighting each other. Recently, you had Anthony Kibageni, one of the lieutenants of Fred Matiang'i, attack Rigathi Gachagua, telling him to respect the people. We saw even today the people from Kiambu, where they were today in a rally, the boys of Rigathi Gachagua equally, they were firing at Fred Matiang'i. So that tells you Rigathi Gachagua already knows what is in the bag. Remember recently, Gachagua said that he cannot be working day and night so that he presents the votes to one person, to another person who is lazy, someone who cannot even hold a rally. He said that. And trust me, that message was directed either to Uhuru Kenyatta, because he had already seen the signs that hapa hakutaenda vizuri. Another thing you should know, Uhuru Kenyatta knows Rigathi Gachagua so well, very well. Anamjua what kind of man he is. Anajua jinsi atakavyosumbua. Yeah? So, he's looking for ways of taming Rigathi Gachagua. That is why he came up with Azimio that they agreed they will rebrand to another coalition, a different name and everything. But he sent emissaries, and that is Kalonzo Musyoka, to try and sweet talk Rigathi Gachagua and Eugene Wamalwa into entering this coalition. Eugene was okay with it, but Rigathi Gachagua kakataa, akisimama akiruka, akasema he doesn't want to join that coalition. So that tells you hata yeye amejua kwamba akiingia kwenye hii coalition basi atamezwa. The only thing that Uhuru wants is to seek a way of taming this man Rigathi Gachagua, because he can be so lethal. This man Rigathi Gachagua can be so destructive. Hata kama atachukua uongozi, huyu jamani zawasumbua sana. So you understand with me that someone like Kalonzo Musyoka is someone who is easy to manipulate, someone you can entice easily. But considering all those forces, I think Uhuru Kenyatta is deciding, he has already made a decision of Matiang'i and Sifuna. And remember, recently said that Fred Matiang'i ni kifaru ya kazi. So you cannot really avoid kifaru ya kazi. You cannot really, avoid putting him in place to work kama kifaru. So it's gonna, there are some, interesting days ahead, especially in alternative government. And remember, there's something that Jeremiah Kioni said recently. Jeremiah Kioni said that there is no need, because as Jubilee, whether Matiang'i will not be chosen as the flag bearer, lazima atafika kwa ballot. You see, things are boiling nicely. I really don't know what you think. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? If we are in the same line, or rather you have different opinions, still you can write in the comment section. It can help me to to make another video based on your opinion. Maybe it can be a basis of my next video. But then, if you're new here, consider subscribing, liking and sharing our content. Hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring you a new content.